Hi, I hope you had a great Christmas and a great New Year's Eve and are ready to be updated on what happened related to the CS2 market in the last few weeks. I've decided to occasionally do these weekly updates whenever I feel like there's something interesting to talk about. But of course there will be more single topic oriented videos coming as well. Also, the price overview will only happen once a month. I believe that's more in line with the investment spirit. If there's anything crazy happening price wise, I'll still add it as a side note of course. With that out of the way, let's first talk about the proposed Chinese gaming and gambling related regulations. The Chinese national press and public administration published a draft for guidelines aimed at clamping down on spending in online games, specifically to limit excessive use, high expenditure, and probability-based lucky draw features to minors. Now, these proposed regulations are still in draft phase, and lawmakers are already considering changing it up due to its immense effects on the gaming-related economy in China. Buff, which is the most liquid marketplace for CS items, is owned by NetEase, whose shares initially lost around 25% upon publication of said drafts. They declined journalists' inquiries to comment on the drafts. No significant impacts for the CS economy itself are observable currently. I'm not entirely sure what goes on behind closed curtains for the Chinese high rollers. So I contacted our beloved Mitao to get some more insights on the potential impacts, and here's what he told me. He believes it could have significant impacts on the market and quote-unquote ruins and saves a lot of people. What I believe he means by that is that it could potentially ruin higher budget trading and spending while saving people from risk or actual spending addictions. He confirmed that the regulations are still in draft and will be discussed further in January. He brings up a very good point, mentioning spending limits on the NetEase owned marketplace Buff, which in my eyes could affect high tier items and mass buys a lot. He reassured us not to worry too much about it right now and wait for regulators to publish the updated draft. In other news, Mitao also sold 2 Titan Hollows for $61,000 this week, so that's interesting as well. He faced a total loss of around 9k for them, so go get your buff balance from him. While the Chinese gaming market was able to turn around the first year of revenue shrinking in 2022 to an increase of 13% in 2023, it's still very unclear what the actual effects of the regulations will be on the CS2 economy. I also think what industry experts say for the sector overall can be applied to the CS market as well, which is the decreasing confidence in the safety of the CS market's future. Now, the Rafle Monster is back and prepared 200 StatTrak Factory New AK case hardened Tradeups, going for the first ever StatTrak Factory New 661 pattern, which of course is the best blue gem pattern. Overall, it's estimated the Tradeups will cost around $35,000. He actually did hit a StatTrak blue gem Tradeup before, which was like 7 years ago, but that was only the 4th best pattern. For each contract, he was initially looking at a 3.57% chance, which, if my math is correct, should work out to be 7 hit AKs on average. Now, given every pattern out of the 1001 that exists from skins for Tradeups has the same chance to be hit, we are looking at a rounded 0.1% chance to get the 661 pattern he's looking for. The estimated value of the AK would have been around $800k US currently, so that would have been exciting. Now for the update, he cancelled his initial plans of 200 Tradeups, of which around 130 he had already prepared, and decided to do mixed percentage Tradeups, with the occasional 100% weapon case 1 Tradeups ranging from 3.5% to 50% for the AK, saying it would take too long for him due to family obligations. He did some of them with Onapixel and Jesus on stream a few weeks ago, and Mr. Price and Pryor on Twitter has provided a good overview for the outcome so far. It was really fun to watch, so if you're interested, you can check out the VOD on Twitch. When the next Tradeups will happen, I'm honestly not sure and couldn't find out if they have been done already. Rafle also plans to do more regular streams again, so I put his Twitch link in the description below if you're interested in that. Please give me a second to shout out my partner GamerPay. GamerPay.gg is a peer-to-peer marketplace where you can trade your skins with other players with no fee. The cash out fee is very low and the whole process is super convenient, without any hidden structures or hurdles. Prices are very competitive compared to any other market, even Buff, so you can find pretty good deals there, with easy access for balance and for cash out. So before you buy anything on the Steam market, you really need to check GamerPay to save up to 30% on regular skins or knives. A few weeks ago the Steam winter sale started and we were able to see some minor impact to CS items prices, especially the more liquid and low tier items. The winter sale, however, only supported the current trend of slow price decreases basically across the market. To see if the sale itself actually impacted prices, there should be a somewhat relevant and steeper price drop in the early days of the sale and a few days prior. So I'll show you some graphs here that I collected a few days into the sale. Having tracked down the most traded items within a lower price range, I checked their prices on Steam and couldn't find any significant price drops that would mark the impact of the winter sale itself. Buff prices shouldn't be impacted too much anyways, given the nature of the Steam sale and the set duration. Singling out any particular factor to explain price movements tends to be relatively hard anyways, if it's not clear cut like an operation release or a major sticker collection release that shows sharp price decreases immediately. I'm not saying the sale doesn't impact the economy whatsoever. I'm just saying it's incorrect to attribute current price movements only to the Steam sale. It might be worth looking into some placements or investments during Steam sales, as currently we're heading into a historically good month in the CS2 market, that being January. Remember to join the giveaway for the 3K subscribers if you haven't done so already. Again, today a little bit of a shorter video as I'm still recovering health-wise. I hope you still enjoyed listening to my weakened voice. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next one.